Are you starting to think that this team is maybe something special? You're starting to feel good about where you're headed this year?
We've won 2 ball games, and that's where we are. We won 2 ball games. We got a lot of work to do. You know, we can't get too far ahead of ourselves in our thinking. You know, because there's a lot of improvement to be made. This is a good step for this football team, this football program. But at the end of the day, it was 1 win, and that's all that counts as. So, you know, I keep saying the true characteristic of a champion is someone who's able to repeat their performance, and we got to do it again next week. Well, this week didn't mean anything.
It's a meaningful game for Brandon. He's never beaten this team before. You also saw some great play out of this defense. Do you feel like this is a game plan that was run not to perfection, but in a way that was better than maybe at Pitt, where you saw some things break down?
Well, you know, we had the guys executed well. First of all, the coaches did a great job, you know, preparing these guys, and you know the guys practice hard, and they want to be good, and they want to do well. And you know, when you have that type of attitude, and you can eliminate some of the mistakes that we made at Pitt, then we got a chance to be in a good football team. And that's what you saw tonight. We only had 1 turnover, and I think 3 penalties. I think is what it came out to. So when we do that, we got a chance. I think against anyone we play.
The surprise to me seems to be Reginald Jackson. He's a guy that hasn't done a lot in terms of consistency, but suddenly is kind of a go-to guy when Clyde's covered up.
Well, you know, everybody know about Clyde. You know, Clyde's a marked man, so we got a couple more guys that we got to get involved. You know, we got to spread around. Clyde's got to have big days for us, and Clyde's a big-time player. Reggie, you know, has been good. But Reggie was good in the spring. He was good in the fall, and he's been good since we've been here. You know, we got to get Kavaris playing better. We got to get Abney playing better. But overall, you know, it's a good win, and those guys are really starting to play, you know, close to what we're trying to get out of them.
All along you said this defense would be the strength early on and maybe could get you a few wins. That certainly seemed to be the case today when you shut down one of the SWAC's best offenses. Coach Yo talked about containing Luke. Was that all there was to it?
No. You know that's not all there was to it. But that's the starting point. You know, our game plan is simple. We're going to each game plan with the idea that we want to stop the run. That's the first thing we work on, is stopping the run. And then with this guy, we had to keep this guy in the pocket. You know, we wanted to press him, get as much push as we can, get our hands up, knock the ball out of there, but we didn't want him beating us with his legs. So the guys did a fairly good job of keeping him in the pocket. But, you know, we practiced all those things all week, and fortunately the guys did it this week. You know, they played the way they practiced, and they carried out the game plan pretty good.
All week you talked about heart of a champion. You sense that in this team?
We got a long way to go, Nick, before we even think about that. You know, we won 2 ball games, and, you know, the thing we're working on now is we're constantly trying to change habits, and we're trying to break habits, and we're trying to create new habits with this team. But, you know, we continue to play and get better. We'll have a chance in this league. You know, if we get better every week and protect the football, we'll have a chance, I think, against most weeks that we play.
Tell me about that, the play that Reginald scored on, the trick play. Is that something that you guys have been working on?
Yeah, we've been working on it. We used it the final game of the season last year, and wasn't sure if they had gotten our tape from last year. But if they would have gotten our tape from last year, they would have had a chance to see it. But yeah, we've been working on it, and you know, just happened to call it on, I think it was 3rd and 10, and hit them with it. Every time we've run it, we've scored with it.
The trick answer would be it was just a broken play.
It looked like,
you want to keep the illusion going, you said that was just a broken play.
It looked like a broken play at first, you know, and I guess that's the design, right?
Well, you know, if you guys remember, Bobby Bowden used to run that years and years ago. He beat Clemson with it. And then I got all the cut-ups from Tommy Bowden at Clemson, you know, a few years ago. He said, and they started running, they started scoring. And they were something like 6 of 8. You know, they ran it 8 times, and 6 times they scored on it. So he sent me all the cut-ups on it, and we put it in a couple of years ago, and we've scored on it the last 2 times we've run it.
Oh, that's great.
So we just felt we could keep them boxed up, and you know, just don't leave our feet and don't let him make the big plays. You know, we thought we could stay with him. So, and the kids really did a good job of that. So he didn't scramble and make a lot of big plays. I think he scrambled one time, and it still wouldn't, you know, anything that really hurt us. So the guys really played well. So we're pleased with that.
Very nice defensive performance.
Yeah,
you guys are to be commended.
Yeah, thank you.
Stop. I mean, they've been averaging 500 yards.
Yeah, I know.
Did you find the break helpful? The week off?
Yeah, it gave us maybe an extra, you know, 1 or 2 days, and but the kids just played hard. You know, that was a big thing. And we've been pretty healthy, so that's the key.
Any key injuries?
No.
On defense?
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice win.
Yeah, it was a great win for us. So it was scary. We put a lot of numbers out.
It looks like
He was making a lot of big plays. So.
oh yeah.
So we just had to keep him inside, don't let him on the edge. And one time our end broke down and yanked his butt out of there. You know, I mean, it's so stupid. But kids on the whole did a good job. So.
Yeah, good job.
Okay,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.